Hello, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM, where we're continuing our look at movies that help shape the culture. We're doing this every Saturday and Sunday night in November. Up next, from Universal, in 1961, Flower Drum Song. And joining me, as he did last weekend, Donald Bogle, author, film historian, professor, all-around movie expert, and friend. Donald, great to see you.
Great to see you, Ben.
Flower Drum Song, specifically from, I said Universal, but Universal International in 1961. This is a historically important film, entirely Asian cast for the first time ever for a major studio, right?
Yes, almost. But playing an important role in this is actually an African-American performer, and that is Juanita Hall. And Juanita Hall had appeared in South Pacific, and she'd appeared on Broadway. But the others, this is an Asian American cast. It's really fabulous. You see all that talent up there on screen, and you realize what's been missing with Yellowface in Hollywood movies of the past. A movie like The Good Earth, where Paul Muni, this great actor, is playing a Chinese character, and Louise Reiner. And Dragon Seed, where Katharine Hepburn is there, and Walter Houston, and they are made up to look Asian or to look Chinese. And Yellowface, I mean, it had quite a history in Hollywood cinema. We know that blackface did for a time, but then blackface went out. But Yellowface went on for a long time, and even after this film. So it's really, in many ways, a celebration of these talents. And it is, if anything, making us realize what we might have missed all this time in Hollywood cinema.
One of the things that strikes me about the film, this is a predominant, overwhelmingly Asian cast, but all different types of people, right? I mean, aside from there's generational mix of old and young, the young people are different. There are Asians born in America, or at least grew up in America. There's Jack Soo, plays a really wonderful character. Sammy Fong, there's nobody more American than Sammy Fong, right? I mean, he owns a nightclub. He's got a zillion hustles going on.
And there's Nancy Kwan's character, Linda. I mean, she too totally immersed in American culture. So it's great to see that these characters are not the other. They are part of American life. And again, that you have real Asian American actors or Chinese American actors playing the parts are important. But Ben, as you know, there are also two actors in this who are of Asian descent, but they're not Chinese descent. Miyoshi Umeki, who won an Oscar for Sayonara, was Japanese descent, and James Shigeta. You look at them and you see these talents, and you're glad to see them. And while a number went on to have successful careers, I still don't feel that they had the kind of careers that they should have.
Yeah, James Shigeta, who's basically the romantic lead here, very handsome, was in Sam Fuller's The Crimson Kimono, and in a normal world would have been a handsome romantic leading man.
And he was a terrific singer.
And he's a terrific singer. And we haven't even mentioned, this is a Rodgers and Hammerstein musical. There's a lot of musical numbers.
And that are well known.
I enjoy being a girl.
And then to think about traditions, that in this film there's the idea of an arranged marriage, which the characters are to conform to, and it becomes a real issue. So there are still traditions and customs and beliefs that the characters do honor. They don't dishonor the culture from which they have originally come. And that's a nice thing to see as well.
All right, Donald, as always, great information. Let's watch the film. Here it is, from Universal International in 1961, directed by Henry Koster, Flower Drum Song. Welcome back to TCM. I'm Ben Mankiewicz, joined once again by my friend, author, writer, historian, Donald Bogle. Donald, thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure, Ben. Great to talk to you, as always.
Yes, it is always great to be in a conversation with you. So we just saw Flower Drum Song, overwhelmingly Asian-American cast. First time we'd had that in a big studio release from 1961. I've done some research, Donald, and I've found out that in the history of the United States of America, there have been 6 double weddings ever And in the movies, there have been like 192. The movies, they love a double wedding. There are no double weddings. Who has a double wedding? Still, it was fun and satisfying. Satisfying for everyone except poor Helen, who is just left dangling.
Yes, it's something I don't understand about the movie, how they could have left that character hanging. And in the novel in which this is based by a Chinese writer, the character has an unhappy end, and it's a suicide. So the movie just avoids that. The other thing, Ben, with this, this great cast that's so talented, and changing a culture, it's still going to be years before there's another film done with this vast Asian or Asian American cast. And I guess that's Joy Luck Club, and then later Crazy Rich Asians, which was a huge hit. It's still something that I think we want to see more of and haven't seen enough. But the film did have a cultural impact. There was some criticism that there were stereotypes in it, but Nancy Kwan said that she was not unaware of that, but she, on a personal level, was still so happy this movie was made.
To that point, Donald, and I think it's one that I'm going to be making throughout the month with our guests as we look at these films that help shape the culture, which is that I don't want to minimize that there were stereotypes here or say, well, it was 1961 and that was okay. Because I don't want to say that. I don't even think that's the right thing to say. But also, again, this is a seminal breakthrough film, and it does have stereotypes. It also presents Asians and Asian Americans as very different, complicated people. And we got a romantic leading man in James Shigeta, and we have Nancy Kwan, who would be a blonde bombshell in another movie. And Jack Soo is sort of this hip, always looking for the action nightclub owner. So yes, there were some stereotypes, but I think there were a lot of stereotypes that were broken too. And I want to be able to appreciate that alongside the continuation of perpetuating old stereotypes. That's
true. And again, it's what you're saying, that in these films, in this series, there can be a mix, but ultimately there's something else that can be quite powerful and speak to us culturally. And I think this film does.
Donald, as always, engaging conversation. Thanks very much for your insights.
Oh, Ben, it's terrific. I mean, it's really great to talk to you.
Likewise. Donald and I have one more movie to present tonight from 1967, Spencer Tracy, Katharine Hepburn, Sidney Poitier. Guess who's coming to dinner?